Looking to throw, it's Manning. The throw to the outside is complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Shotgun snap on third down. Quick strike complete. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw again. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run the sneak for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. Great move. Now he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Well, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Lucas. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
From the gun, looking for a man. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Makes the pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Toss sweep to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Grabbed behind the line. It's Holmes. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across.
Speeding down the left side. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take
just to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Snagged in the middle. It's White. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Awchuk. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another throw.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
That's caught. It's Wingo. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab past the marker. Oh, it's a fumble. And they They put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the 2-point try. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Rolling the dice to bring it. The end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Got his man. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Knowles moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Got it in the middle, it's White. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it on the counter, finding open areas. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Throwing right. It's complete. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the tight end. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Back to pass. It's Manning. Fires toward the target. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Knowles! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They're working that left side. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get three from way downtown. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's White. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the corner. Great work to make the play in the backfield, and it puts them right back where they started this series. It's 3rd and 10.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Noles will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Well, and they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
To the air, it's Manning. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone, it's White. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it. It's Holmes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will give them the lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about this? It's the strong safety who spins down in the box all the time and usually plays run. You could tell. Saw pass, diagnosed it, and went and got the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air, it's Manning. He's got him. Finds a crease at the 20. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Flips it out on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Making side adjustments here. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Extra point here will tie the game.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's White. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's White. Makes one man miss. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Ochuk. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Holmes. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
These Longhorn corners really active with their hands, anticipating well and swatting the ball away.
And not all quarterbacks can do that, but great job seeing the ball in the air, going up, attacking the football, and
turning it on. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God.
Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. With the catch, it's Baxter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They kick it away on fourth down. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. See a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's White. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Holmes. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The Seminoles are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Ocha. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Rock chalk. Kansas is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 18 over Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finds his tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it! Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the air, it's Manning. Keeps looking downfield. Lost, the defense is wide open. Finally forced just out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on first down. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Guys, this is a type of signature win.